Hey there, what's going on everyone? Are you learning English? Well, welcome to my channel, Hula Learning Studio. My name is Joe, your English specialist. I teach English here and also in real life with my online school. If you're interested, why not check out what your level is? I have a free English test that you can find down below here in the description box. Alright, so today I thought I would share with you some typical grammar mistakes that a lot of English learners make. I see this a lot when I'm teaching. Don't worry, let's fix this up and make your English that much stronger. Let's talk about how to use count and non-count nouns. Number 1, count nouns. Okay, the most important thing when you're using nouns is you need to decide what type it is. Is it a count noun or a non-count noun? First of all, count nouns are things that you can count or put a number. It's also called countable nouns. There are two types of count nouns, singular and plural. Singular is just one. Plural is more than one. Let's talk about singular nouns. Here are some examples. Carlos read a book yesterday. I have an umbrella in my car. We use a or an for singular count nouns. An is for any vowels such as a, e, I, o, and u, like an egg or an orange. We use a for nouns that start with the other letters like B, C, or D. For example, a cat or a flower. Now, let's talk about plural. We normally add a number and the noun becomes plural. We add an S rule to the noun. Now let's look at these examples. Tanya has 2 dogs. Mr. Lee owns 3 stores. Number 2, non-count nouns. Alright, so what about non-count nouns? Non-count nouns can't be counted. Words such as water, ice cream, or air are non-count nouns. We sometimes call it uncountable nouns. Because we can't count these words, we don't use plural rules. Here are some examples of non-count nouns. I drank water. Sharon has expensive furniture. Here, water and furniture are non-count nouns. We can't say a water or waters, or a furniture or furnitures. This is because non-count nouns do not use singular or plural. It stays the same. Number 3, how many versus how much. Okay, are you starting to get it? I hope so. I'll try to make it easy for you to understand. The next thing you should know is how many and how much. These are the typical questions we would ask to know the amount. We use many for count nouns. For example, how many people are there? How many friends do you have? We use much for non-count nouns. For example, how much food is in the fridge? How much coffee did you drink? Don't forget this rule. Many for count, much for non-count. Got it? Sweet. Number 4, using quantifiers. Nice work, everyone. Here's the last point you should know about nouns. We use quantifiers to talk about the amount of something. Maybe you heard of these. A lot of, some, a few, a little. Quantifiers can be tricky. There are some that can use both count and non-count nouns. There are others that are specific only to count or non-count nouns. Let's have a look. We can use these expressions for both count and non-count nouns. A lot of, some. For example, I have a lot of apples. I have a lot of oil. You can see that apples is count and oil is non-count. We can use a lot of to show many or much of something. Now, if there is only a small amount, we can use the quantifier some. For example, there are some cows in the field. There is some coffee in the jug. Alright, we have some specific ones for count and non-count. Let's see. Many and much, a few, a little. We use many for plural count nouns. For example, I have many shirts in my closet. We use much for non-count nouns, but we normally don't use it in a positive sentence. We can use it like this. I don't have much money. There isn't much time. A few or a little shows a very small amount. A few is count and a little is non-count. For example, Patricia rescued a few dogs. The FBI has a little information about the case. Non-count nouns stay the same. We don't use singular or plural. When we ask questions, we use how many for count and how much for non-count. For quantifiers, we can use a lot of and some for both. For count nouns, we use a few and many. For non-count nouns, we use a little. I hope that helps you out a lot. English doesn't need to be complicated. I try my best to explain things in a very easy way for you to understand. And that's my job. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok, so find me there. Share it with your friends and family, especially if they're learning English. My name is Joe, your English specialist, and this is Hula Learning Studio. Be easy, everyone. Bye.